We're going to paddle a 12-meter dragon boat around the harbor. When I first was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was told that any upper body exercise was probably not going to be worthwhile for me.
Being diagnosed with breast cancer, it just turned my world upside down.
So I went through all the usual treatment and came out the other end, and that was when I found Dragons Abreast.
I didn't know much about dragon boating at the time, and this colleague of mine said, why don't we go and try it out? And I had a paddle one Saturday morning and really enjoyed it, and I thought this was for me.
We've all got a common theme running through the club where we've all got breast cancer, but we also have a lot of fun.
I was a pretty dedicated couch potato. When I actually told my elderly mother that I was going to go dragon boating, she was absolutely amazed, and she just said, "Well, my dear, it's not even ladylike."
I was always the person that was sitting on the beach holding the jackets rather than participating. And I went along in 2007 and met every one of my best friends every Thursday and Saturday when I come to paddling.
We have an added zest for life now because we actually didn't know we were going to survive. We had no promises at all. And so we're now doing things that I would never in my life have dreamt that I was going to be in a dragon boat, ever.
You know, when you finish treatment and the medical world suddenly says, off you go, and all of a sudden you've got all this time back to yourself, but life's not normal, it's very easy for people to stay in that sort of patient headspace. And you come along to Dragons Abreast and everybody's just sort of intensely normal and getting on with it, and it gives you back perspective.
The first day I remember arriving and seeing a few people that also had just finished their chemo and had short hair, and it brought a tear to my eye because I was within a group that I could just, I don't know, be myself.
We have lost some angels abreast, we call them. We have lost some angels to cancer. And what's incredible about them, though, is that they've been going through the roughest patch of treatment you've ever seen. You know, some of them with blisters on their feet because of the treatment, the drugs that they're taking, etc. They've still come and paddled right up until the end because it's the one thing that's normal for them. We've lost 4 or 5, and it's heartbreaking. But they've been an inspiration to us because of just the way that they've managed their cancer.
Some of the girls that come straight after treatment are really quite depleted, and look, when I first started I could only do about 20 strokes at a time, and I'd take my paddle out, I was exhausted. You know, someone's tired, they just take their paddle out and they enjoy the ride. It's just very reassuring being in the company of a whole lot of women who've been there and done that, and they're out there aggressively enjoying their lives, really living life.
People do get hooked. When we see the newbies coming off the boat after their first session, you just get this big beam on their faces and you know that one's hooked. You know?
We're out there to win too because we like to win, but we're also out there to prove that it's not about just necessarily winning a race, it's about winning life, and that's what we're about, so yeah.
And we always come first in our lane in a race. That's right.